Hey guys, this is Drax and I'm back with another complete class guide, and this time it's for the officer. So in this one I'll be taking you through the officer's abilities, how to use them, the officer's weapons, what will suit you best, and of course my choice of star cards and what combinations I think will make a real difference to your game. So if you have been having trouble with the officer, then this is the guide for you. Starting with the default loadout, the officer has the battle command, a blaster turret, a flash grenade and a blaster pistol as standard. The battle command is useful for buffing your friendlies with a temporary increase of health. This is best used on a group of teammates just before they enter into combat and can quite often be the difference between a push succeeding or failing. This is probably the best team play ability in game, also allowing you to buff any friendly heroes within the area. The blaster turret is great for doing tick damage on enemies. On its own it normally doesn't do too well, but placed in a corner or to the side, you can use it to flank the enemy and catch them out. This does work pretty well. You can also use it in two other ways, one being as a detection device, maybe place it at an angle behind you where the enemy might try to flank you, or the other way is just before a one-on-one engagement, get it down early and then during the fight the enemy will have two guns firing on him instead of one. Then we have the flash grenade, which is perfect just before breaching a room, blinding all enemies within an area. Buff your friendlies, throw a grenade in and get in there. Hopefully they will then follow you and help you clear it out. In 1v1 situations, the flash grenade provides you with an easy way to win in a fight. With your opponent blinded, spraying all over the place, you can simply focus your aim on his head. So now on to your main weapon, the blaster pistol. As you have probably played the game enough with the starter pistols, I won't go over them in this one. We're going to be looking at the ones you can unlock and what attachments you should choose. So the first weapon to unlock with the officer is the S5 hand cannon. This one is a bit different to any of the others as it's hard hitting and requires more precision. I haven't used it much, but from my time using it a short while, I would definitely think it would benefit from the reduced recoil attachment as it does have quite a bit of kick. Due to its high damage and velocity, this weapon is more like a one-handed sniper, and with the dual zoom, I think it would do quite well at range. The Blurrg 1120 is then unlocked after 200 kills or included with the Elite Trooper Deluxe bundle. It's quite an iconic pistol in the Clone Wars and lives up to its fame in game. As a base pistol, this one for me is the best. It has great damage, superb accuracy and is fairly easy to use. You can then through attachments reduce the recoil and give it one extra shot per burst. At this point it absolutely devastates enemies. Close or even long range, this pistol is unbelievable. And then we have the 500 kill weapon, the SE-44C. This weapon as standard is weak and terrible to use. Going from the Blurrg to this was not fun at all. It did have one attachment I wanted to check out before I dismissed it though, so I grinded up the kills to unlock what is called rapid fire. Now those 250 kills were the hardest I have had to get in this game. I have to say that I hate the SE-44 as standard because it doesn't do anything well, but what about with the rapid fire attachment? Well, I'm glad to say this weapon then becomes one of the best. You see, as the description reads, reinforced casing and trigger allowing this weapon to be fired at an exponentially higher rate, and that is exactly what it does. I'm not sure how much faster, but I would say at least 3 times as fast. The improved cooling then comes into play, as with the higher fire rate it does benefit from this. So this weapon literally does a U-turn, going from the worst to one of the best with just one attachment. But still, at some point you will probably want to choose one that suits you best, so I'll break it down here quickly. If you have good accuracy and would like to be able to take down enemies at all ranges, the stopping power of the S5 is the way to go. If you want the best all-rounder, I would give that to the Blurrg 1120. This is my favourite for the class as it does well in most situations. And if you want to grind out 250 kills to unlock the final attachment on the SE-44C, then yes, it is worth it because you'll have a high fire rate automatic pistol which dominates in CQC. So then, how about star cards? Well, here's a few recommendations. My number 1 card is the improved battle command. This not only buffs your teammates for more health, it also buffs you, giving you that extra advantage. This is especially true against heavies who normally have the largest health pool, but with a self buff you have a good amount on top of theirs, giving you a better chance in 1v1s and also in general play. The second card I'd recommend is the Advanced Auto Turret. The base one is very useful when placed correctly, but dies too quickly and takes a bit too long to recharge, so here's a card that solves both of those problems. And then with the third card I would base more around what you want from the class. I tend to mix this one up between Survivalist for regenerating health quicker, and Bounty Hunter which will get you more battle points. But if you really want to be a team player and probably save yourself a few deaths in the process, Diffuser disarming any incoming explosives is also a nice card to use, but will swap out your flash grenade. The officer does have quite a few great cards and I can't really tell you which ones to use because you all have different playstyles and prefer certain abilities over others. These are just a few suggestions that have worked for me and might work well for you too. In conclusion, the officer overall is definitely the best teamwork class on Battlefront 2. Not only can you help others with this class, you can also dominate the battlefront with some of the best weapons and abilities in game. So hopefully this one's been helpful. If you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them in the comments. I'll be back with more gameplay guides and tips soon. So as always, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.